not know what Mother wanted.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best video games of 2022.
Whoa!
You leave immediately.
Where'd you come from?
For this list, we're looking at the games we consider to have been the best to come out in 2022. Did you play any of these games? What's your game of the year? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Ooh, a nice summer sun. Hey, at least there's no line.
Kirby has always been stuck in the 2D plane despite having several games that utilize 3D graphics. Of the few times Nintendo tried to bring him to the third dimension, every one of them resulted in cancellation. Kirby and the Forgotten Land broke the mold and gave the Pink Puyo the Mario Odyssey treatment, and it was a thrilling adventure.
Hit harder. Farther. And faster.
With wonderfully unique ideas like the mouthful mechanic and brilliant level design, Switch owners had yet another reason to boot up their machines.
Take on this grueling gauntlet and face off against familiar foes.
Number 9, Sonic Frontiers. Yes, the bar is rather low considering how long it's been since the last good 3D Sonic game, but Frontiers really goes above and beyond with new moves, mechanics, a thrilling soundtrack, and surprisingly responsive controls. While not exactly reinventing the wheel, the open landscapes made for a great excuse for us to roll around at the speed of sound. Give it an hour or so and you'll understand why this game is actually a ton of fun to play. If they keep going in this direction, Frontiers could prove to be the start of something special.
I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way. I'm gonna need the Chaos Emeralds. And maybe a little bit of luck.
Number 8, A Plague Tale: Requiem.
Go to hell!
So that you can save your brother, I'll make you tell us where Hugo is.
The AA scene, Focus Interactive especially, has brought us a handful of solid titles, but we had never experienced anything quite like A Plague Tale: Innocence in 2019. While its sequel doesn't quite reach the heights of its predecessor, it still manages to offer a creative spin on many of its founding mechanics, not to mention a truly harrowing narrative.
And the dreaded living nightmare begins again.
Combat and stealth have been expanded upon with new tools, including the power to freely control the endless waves of flesh-eating rats, resulting in some hilariously gruesome takedowns. It's bleak to be sure, but fans should definitely not miss out on the chance to partner up with the Darun siblings once again.
If you kill, be ready to be killed.
No!
Number 7, Bayonetta 3. While the notion that this may be the Witch of Genesis' swan song, at least we can say she went out in style. Platinum Games gave players the keys to the kingdom with the series' best combat to date. Alongside a torrent of wild weaponry, the Demon Slave mechanic allows Bayonetta to bring her monstrous summons to the field in real time, resulting in a slew of kaiju battles. The sheer scale and variety of the beatdowns you can unleash is baffling. Oh, and for those of you that were concerned about the change in voice actor, don't be. Jennifer Hale brings it. Number 6, Nightmare Reaper. When we say Nightmare Reaper is the best FPS we've played in years, we mean it's the best FPS we've played in years. Journey into the tainted mind of a young woman and slaughter her inner demons as you discover secret areas, unlock vicious weaponry, and attempt to escape the asylum. It's bloody, it's violent, it's fun, and the soundtrack composed by Andrew Holschultz makes it hard to pull away from. We'll say it again. Nightmare Reaper is the best FPS we've played in years, and you absolutely need this for your PC. Yet another gem amidst 2022's pantheon of indie darlings. Number 5, Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn remains a staggering feat in gaming, one that had gamers everywhere all too eager to rejoin Aloy in her battle to save her machine-infested world from devastation. While it's debatable if her journey into the West quite measured up to her debut, there can be no denying that plunging into a new ecosystem filled with new mechanical beasts to overcome was a treat.
They're great cities, turned to graves.
The narrative may have leapt for the stars, but it never forgot to bring Aloy back down to Earth by solidifying the bonds forged with her companions. Expansive and beautiful to behold, we can't wait to see where the next horizon will lead us.
In the West, war is the rule.
Number 4, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Beat it!
The first Mario and Rabbids was far better than it had any right to be. So how could you improve on a game that was already fantastic? Give the player more freedom in moving characters, further tighten the kinds of moves they can pull off for some tough decision making, and rework the skill trees into something more streamlined. Also expand upon the world by offering side quests and hidden bosses as well as collectibles. This unholy alliance between crazed rabbits and Italian plumbers just keeps surprising us in all the best ways. Number 3, Nobody Saves the World. From the makers of Guacamelee comes one of the best adventure RPGs. Nobody Saves the World sets you out on a journey to find a missing wizard as you use his wand to shapeshift and overcome an increasingly absurd amount of detailed and delightful dungeons. Use the powers of a mermaid, slug, horse, turtle, and more to traverse the world, and unlock new abilities to mix and match for different playstyles. Undoubtedly our favorite indie game of the year. Number 2, God of War Ragnarok.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
The perfect bookend to the journey that started back in 2018's acclaimed reimagining, Santa Monica Studio took everything sublime about the first outing and delivered unto us a sequel that showed that as epic as the end of the world can be, it comes second to the conflicted relationship between parent and child.
In moments of crisis, panic does nothing. Harness it.
The character writing, performances, and emotional payoffs here are some of the best we've ever seen, especially when it comes to Kratos. As for combat, it's been beautifully refined thanks to tighter controls and an abundance of new ways to customize your particular playstyle. We won't be forgetting our jaunt through the 9 realms in a hurry.
Here!
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Easily the best LEGO game ever made. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, filled to the brim with turtle power. Potionomics, a challenging, charming potion brewing management gem. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Elden Ring. To say that From Software's magnum opus was an experience the likes of which marked a new turning point in gaming would be a colossal understatement. Translating the Souls-like experience into an open world would be one thing, but the degree to which it was so seamlessly implemented honestly boggled our minds. Even if you disregard the addictive PvP elements, the Lands Between is one of modern gaming's most enthralling settings, filled to the brim with bosses, lore, and sights that still stick in our minds to this day. Along with the fangasmic amount of weapons, armor, and freedom given to players, is it any wonder that Tarnished Everywhere are still exploring every inch of this gorgeously vicious world? Bring on the DLC.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.